pretty much done with the starting and charging harness, so I'm going to kind of recap what I did. Because I'm moving the battery to the back, I rerouted the power wire, connected starter and alternator up here, so I didn't have to run 2 separate wires for them. Got rid of my ground cable altogether because I have solid mounts, and because I'm moving the battery to the back of the truck. What was a 6-wire connector now only has 4 wires, 3 of these for the alternator, 1 for the starter. The other 2 wires that were part of the Tundra harness got rerouted back here. One is this red wire that runs to the alternator, and really this just made a loop, so it's still going to the same place. This runs to D74 pin 32, and the other extra wire that was in there is this green with a black stripe, which I just extended, and I'm going to let that hang because that's going into the body. We can't connect that one until the body's back down on the truck. So I'm going to move on to these 2 connectors that go to the fuse box. These are on the Tundra's harness. I figure instead of cutting these off of here, I'm going to make an adapter harness. I'm over here with the Tundra fuse box now. I got it flipped upside down so you can see all these connectors running into it. These are the 2 that we're going to need, and I already had to go through all these, so I have a bunch of these wires labeled. I kind of did the same thing with the Tacoma harness, so we're just going to cut these somewhere around here and connect them with this. So these will plug into the V8, and these will plug in to the Tacoma fuse box. I got these 2 connectors weeded out of the Tundra harness, and by the way, there was a really big black and a big blue wire in here, and that was just for the air injection fans. I just unpinned them and pulled them out of there because I'm not going to need them. So we got these now ready to go. Here is my Tacoma engine harness. These are the 2 connectors that plug into the fuse box. I'm just gonna snip these down here. I hate to ruin a perfectly good harness. Really? Subaru, believe it or not. I hate to ruin a perfectly good harness, but dude. Oh shit, I'm just a pussy. I just can't do it all. We got our Tacoma connectors now that are gonna plug into the fuse box. And we've got the Tundra connectors that are going to plug into the wiring harness. And I got my map, so I know where everything connects, except for a few things that I'm not sure of. But we'll deal with that later. Oh. All right, you guys, so I got myself a little jumper harness here. These 2 were inside the Tundra fuse box, but now they're going to plug into my wiring harness right back here. These 2 were on the Tacoma, and these plug into the factory fuse box, which is still in the truck. And these 4 wires here all are going to run across the engine bay over to where the ECU is. They're going to plug into a couple different spots over there. But for now, I'm not going to wire them up. I'm just going to let them hang. I know where they got to go. Don't worry. So we're going to move on now to the fuel pump fuck you. Fuel pump ECU. It's actually pretty simple. What would have kicked on the fuel pump originally is now going to kick on the fuel pump ECU. And then there are 2 wires to control the ECU from the engine ECU. Those wires are going to need ran because they're not part of the truck at all. They were never part of the truck. But otherwise, all this stuff is pretty much the same. So basically, we have 2 wires coming back. They're already ran. They're going to kick on the fuel pump ECU. Then from the fuel pump ECU, red and blue wires are going to run to power the fuel pump. And there are 2 more wires involved, and that is just for the fuel gauge, for the sending unit, for how much fuel you have. E and F, you know. So this isn't real hard. We just got to drill 2 holes in the frame and run 2 wires up towards the ECU, and they will get connected after we drop the body down over it. By the way, I didn't even know the Tundra had a fuel pump ECU until someone pointed it out to me in like episode 3. I don't know, but it was a long time ago. This is what it looks like. It's a little bit rusty, okay? That's just a cover for it though. There's 2 plugs, and there was a sticker on it that said something. And this bolts through the frame on the Tundra with these 2 bolts. This was mounted just about right above the axle in the Tundra, or maybe right behind the axle. So we're gonna mount this similar. I'm gonna take it back here. We got the spare tire bracket here. We're gonna put it right in between this, and we gotta put these 2 bolt holes through this frame. Now, how do we measure this? I know I did this in a previous episode, probably not Tacundra series, but we're gonna take a piece of paper right now and lay this right over this, and just wipe my dirty fingers around on it. Now, you can see on this piece of paper, we now have a mark here and here. All right, you guys, now we just stick this onto the frame here, and I can see exactly where I got to drill. I really thought that drill bit broke, but
so did I.
It didn't. Yeah, it sounded like it did.
I thought it broke too.
What? I can't believe that's still on there. Not bad. Now we can pull this off of here, and we can see we got 2 little holes there. About that, you guys. We got 2 little holes, and they should pretty much line up with that thing. Now we're going to step it up to a little bit bigger of a drill bit. Okay, watch it. The one might be a little bit hot. This is awesome, you guys. This never happens. That was too easy. Give me a bigger one. Get that right. Okay. Oh, now this one doesn't want to drill. Hey guys! All right, this drill bit's fucked. Yeah.
There's the next
bit
size
is
up.
fucked. Okay. The neighbors are gonna start calling soon.
Who, Brad?
Well, do we have any? What can we put on this to lubricate? Yeah.
What's out there on the thing?
Some lubricant.
Anything with it? Oh, there's some. The one laying down.
Say this bit's probably pretty fucked too, but it's better than nothing. Oh.
That's a little excessive.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah, Cameron.
Cut. Okay.
Your girlfriend.
That one's drilling. See the little chunks there flying, you guys? See the chunks? See them? Did you see the chunks flying? That's how you know it's drilling. When you see the chunks flying. Now I'm gonna lubricate this one. Iggy bears. Okay. See the chunks? Chunks.
That might be big enough.
Might be. Where's that? Oh, here it is. Okay, we're gonna have to take the nuts off. Let me get these nuts off. Okay, I got the nuts off. Oh, you guys, perfect fit. Now, what fit in this from this side? We need to. Oh my God, you guys. Now, look, you guys got to admit, I just pulled that off pretty freaking clean, you guys. Saw it here first. Whip Ash, you guys. Tacoma Apocalypse, Mikey Swartz, your host.
During the virus.
Let's get some nuts on this, you guys. Get these nuts.
This is private property. You can't stay here. Get out of here now.